What's good, it's Postman, Liveoffbeats.com. Real quick, just want to answer a quick question. Is it realistic to live off beats in 2019? I get that question all the time. Excuse the camera quality. I just want to do something real quick. I'm in the studio, and so what ends up happening is if I turn all the lights on to get better lighting, you see all the camera, the lights in the ceiling, it just creates a nasty glare, and it just would be looking nasty for you guys. So that's why I don't turn those lights on. You know what I'm saying? So I just use the natural light. So it may look like last time, the last video y'all killed me a little bit, said it looked like I was in heaven and all kind of shit like that. So that's all it is, just because the lights create this nasty glare in the background. I don't want to do that to y'all. All right, so I'm not broadcasting from heaven. I'm broadcasting from the studio. So anyways, the question I get, is it realistic to live off beats in 2019? I mean, it's an interesting question. I always hear that question. This is interesting because first, I'm going to answer it in a second, but it's interesting because I think what's underneath that is this. I've never heard, I've been in school, I grew up, and I never heard no one call music production a viable career. So that's what you're really saying. You're saying I was trained in life to go to school, go to college, get a good job. That's all I heard from the age of kindergarten. All the way till I graduated high school, that's all I heard. And not one time did someone say, you know what? If you got a passion for music production, that'll be a great career to go in. No, they say lawyer, doctor, same old nurse. If you don't make it to a doctor, you can be a nurse. Get a good job that pays well. So it's because you heard that your entire life. If someone comes along and say, hey, you could make a great career and make money being a music producer. Now, if you say that, what ends up happening is, well, I never heard that growing up. Like, I never heard that, so are you sure? And then next thing you think of, well, I never really made money as a producer like that, I never knew how to do it. So is it really possible? That's really what I feel is underneath that question. It's not that you don't believe that it's possible, but you just never heard it. You were trained. You understand? Like, if I said, hey, man, you could live off being a doctor, you would never come to your mind like, is it possible? But if I said you can live off becoming a marine biologist, you'd probably be like, you could live off being a marine biologist? Or if I said you could live off being a scuba diver, you probably be like, you could live off being a scuba diver, because you never heard that growing up, and we tend to just acquiesce ourselves to that which we heard when we grew up, and then we just stick with that. You know what I'm saying? No matter if the world has changed dramatically. The whole world is different than when your ass went to school. When you was in 6th grade, whatever they taught you is irrelevant today, right? You can sell beats all over the world. This video right here is broadcast all over the world. In 1930, if I told him, I said, listen, a young dude from his goddamn living room is going to broadcast all over the goddamn planet Earth and potentially reach 5 billion people from a little ass goddamn device about this big, you would thought I was lost my goddamn mind. Okay? So of course, times change. So maybe 20 years ago, would it be possible? It'd probably be a lot harder. In 2019, it's the easiest to ever be. I mean, more beats are being sold online than anywhere. There's people looking for music all over the place, from TV, film, to selling beats on just internet, to independent artists, to labels needing music producers and beats, because all they artists need to put out music and all they artists need beats. So, I mean, it's just a huge demand. So it's weird when you look at it from an economical standpoint. Like, if I asked an economist this, he would say, of course you could. Just because they're going to look at the numbers and say, well, is it supply and demand? Is there a demand for it? So then they're going to say, well, damn, if it's demand, then is there a huge supply? Can anybody get up and become a producer? No. It takes talent, skill, and time to develop. So it's actually a lot harder to be a producer, to become a producer, than it is to become a McDonald's worker. See, I can take anybody and train them to work at McDonald's. I can take anybody and train them how to stack boxes like I was doing at Target. You don't need no skills. It don't require no talent. You understand what I'm saying? So anybody can't wake up and start making music. It's something that has to be a talent that's within a person first, and then it's cultivated through skill, through repetition and practice. So, but from an economist standpoint, from talking about economy, supply and demand, yes, you can live off beats in 2019. Okay, that's just from an economist, not even like on some, okay, how do I make money? I'm talking about just from an overall economy standpoint. Is there enough demand that it is feasible to make a living selling beats, right? So then now the next question, what about selling beats on the internet? You know what I'm saying? Can you live off beats, sell them on the internet? Well, after working with 47 different producers this year, consulting personally, not to mention the whole vast community of live off beats, right? Like, there's producers making money that you can't even imagine. $50,000 a month. I mean, $30,000, $40,000 a month just by uploading beats, and they got a huge audience that they they email blast their beats to, and they're making hella bread. They got millions of views on YouTube. They upload a beat on YouTube, and that shit sells like clockwork. I mean, it's so many different avenues. And then BeatStars just posted in March. They posted this. I didn't make this up. This was on their Instagram. Shout out to BeatStars. Their Instagram said that March 1st was the most money that's ever been generated in one day through their platform, which is over $100 and something thousand. So if it's the most money, that means that it's growing. I mean, this is basic fucking mathematics. So when people ask me, I say, damn, do you know basic math? If BeatStars is one of the top platforms, if they say over the past 4 years, or however long they've been a platform, through their platform, the most money that's ever been made through their platform was made March 1st when they put it out, that means that it's growing. Not going down. I mean, if it was going down, they would say, damn, this is the worst March we ever had. Like, nobody sold beats. This shit is tanking. No, they said it's the best. So, I mean, just by simple logic, simple common fucking sense, it obviously is, because it's the business is growing. See, when you look at a marketplace, you look and see, is there more people that are demanding this service? Now, TV film is blowing up. You got Netflix, you got independent artists now all over the world who need beats, because the lane for people who sell beats on the internet is independent artists. Now you got the independent is the wave. They can't go to DJ Mustard and Mike Will Made and get no goddamn beat as an independent. They can't. What they gonna spend $30,000 on a beat? They ain't got that type of bread, but they can go online and lease beats, etc. You know, and then also people who just, they want to have fun with their music. They can lease a beat for $50. That's not a problem. So that's the marketplace, and that's growing, and it's worldwide. So I mean, it's basic stuff. But me working personally with these producers, I see that it's possible because I'm watching producers do it. So on one hand, producer telling me, damn, man, I don't believe it's possible. And I'm watching a producer that just made $35,000 last month and with hardly no overhead costs, with no goddamn office, in his goddamn bedroom with 2 speakers and a little ass MIDI keyboard. A little ass MIDI keyboard on top of that. Because I'd be like, how do y'all make music on them little ass keyboards? I still never got that. I need like a big ass keyboard with keys on it. I don't know how y'all make music with like 12 keys. I don't know how y'all do that, but it's just amazing. The new guys, y'all do that shit all day. I never could get my head around that. I need like 88 keys, you know what I'm saying? But now, young guy, I don't need none of that stuff. So I'm watching it happen, and another people tell me it ain't possible. And I've been interviewing guys that's why we've been doing the interview series where I'm interviewing producers that's making it, so you could see that it's not just possible. It's more easier than it's ever been, right? Because I started in 2004. I started online in 2003, but I was rapping. 2004 is when I started selling beats on the internet and selling beats on SoundCloud. That was 2004. So I watched the industry just take off. Now, I wrote the book on it taking off in 2007. I wrote a book, and I said, this shit is about to, because I watched it from 2004, 2007, like, yo, and this is before automated beat selling platforms, all that shit. I made the first beat site, and I said, yo, listen, it's going to be a day, and I wrote this in the goddamn free report. I wrote it in my own book, and motherfuckers, I published it my damn self. And I said, I predicted everything that's happening right now. I said, it's going to happen. I said, listen, just look at the way it's going. Everything's coming online. I said, it's going to be a time where production, the most self-producers are going to be guys online leasing beats for $50, $100, $30. I said, that's going to be the new way. That's going to be the new way of way music and beats and production producers are going to make their money. It's still going to be industry producers. It's still going to be producers that's making way more than that. But what I'm not talking about them. That's the top 1%. You understand what I'm saying? Before it was the top 1% of producers or your ass was dirt poor. Think about it. You're either sleeping on somebody's couch, talking about I'm a producer, or you finally broke through and made it, and now you're getting $1 million checks, right? That was like there was no in between, right? And now it's created a whole middle class of producers who can make, anywhere from $2,000 a month, which is pretty good. They make it more than what they make at their job, or they can do it as a side hustle where you have your job, a full-time job, but you're doing this and making a few thousand a month or a few hundred a month extra on the side, just selling your beats online, which is additional income. You got producers say, I'm gonna take it to the top, and they're making $500,000 a year selling beats online. I mean, it's everything in between. So you watch this industry as a music production industry go from being just either you make it, you finally get on, you sleep on everybody's couch, you beg, you knock on doors. This is in the early 90s, right? This is how it was back then. And so before the internet. So then finally you break through, you become the next Timberland, Pharrell, etc. Right? Otherwise, you just wasn't making no real money as a producer. Okay, because it was no other ways that this industry didn't exist. So I understand the question: can you really live off beats in 2009? Can you really do it? Because a lot of times it's older guys too who come from the old school. They're like, damn, what is all this? You know what I'm saying? I remember when I had to go hand to hand and meet guys locally, and that's still good, but you could reach the entire planet, right? And I guess I get so passionate about it because I feel like I watched it from the beginning and where it is now. And when I see people like, yo, you know how hard it was to sell beats back then? It was very hard. It's so easy now if you understand how to utilize the technology. What happens is you don't know what the fuck you doing. Excuse my language. I hate to keep cussing like that. I'm tell Pokemon I'm gonna clean it up. I've been saying that for the past. Y'all been with me for the past like 8 years. I've been saying that. I ain't did it yet. But one day I'm gonna clean it up. All right. But not today. So anyways, I've been telling you, listen, you just don't know what you're doing. Okay, so you don't understand how there is a system, there is a way of doing it. It's like, how do you systematically reach all these artists who are looking to buy what you have to sell and make it a consistent income for yourself? That's the difficult part, right? And it's difficult when you don't know how to do it. Anything you don't know how to do is difficult. Before you know how to make a beat, it was difficult. You didn't know the process, right? You got to do the drums, you got to do, it's difficult. So if I asked a person off the street, say, hey, come here and make a dope beat and put them in front of your Fruity Loops, they're going to look at you like you crazy. It's like a maze. It's like you have all these little buttons, you have all this stuff, and you have, what is this? They're going to just be like, this is impossible. Right? So it's no different when you take a producer who hasn't really understood the mechanics of marketing and Facebook ads and YouTube ads, and it's all a mystery, email marketing, and it's like, well, how do I really do this? How do I really make a living? Because you have all these different things, but you don't know how to put them together and how they work in a systemized way. That's what it is. That's what my problem was. You know what I'm saying? When I was out there, I was trying to sell beats online, I was trying to do all this stuff, and what was happening was, okay, well, how do I turn this into a consistent way of getting out and bringing in new artists and bringing in, because it's okay. If you do, you can sell beats for a week. You sell $300 for beats, and then next week, nothing. And we get to that, nothing. Then you make it lucky again, and we get to that, and you get a couple beat sales, right? But that's not living off of beats. That's not the definition of living on beats. That's called making some money off beats. It's a side hustle. Hustle on beats, and that's good too. Maybe I might make hustleoffbeats.com so you can just have a little side hustle. I mean, because there's nothing. Look, if you're making money from beats, even if you only make $200, you just made money from some shit that was sitting in your hard drive anyway. Okay? So, I mean, ain't no complaints here. You understand what I'm saying? You love doing it anyway. Hell, I was making music because I loved it. I didn't give a damn. I didn't know they just sitting on my hard drive. I got so many beats just sitting on my hard drive anyway. Hell, if I only make $300, that's better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's going to sit there anyway. Because I love making it. I'm going to make it regardless because I love making it. I'm not making it because it got to make money. I'm making it because I just love making beats. I love making music. That's just what I love to do. I mean, it's just in me. Like when I started playing the piano when I was in junior high school, right? I wasn't getting paid to play the piano. I just had this love, and I started playing classical music, and I would practice all night on my keyboard, learning different runs and learning different pieces. I would go in the morning, that's all I wanted to do. I just love music. Now, if you would have paid me, that'd be even better. Hell, if you would have gave me $500 to play at a recital or some shit, I'd have been happy. Because I was going to do it anyway. In fact, I was playing at recitals for free. Because I should have been getting paid now. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? With 200-300 people in there. I'm playing Beethoven as a little kid. My dad should have been exploiting that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I think back. Come on, Pops. Could have made some money. You know what I'm saying? Now think about it. A little black kid from the hood playing Beethoven and shit, man. Having the crowd crying, 200-300 people packing auditoriums, man. We could have made hella bread. Went on tour or something. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying, let me digress. I know I'll be going off subject. But anyway, subject, can you live off beats? Okay, can you live off beats in 2019? The answer is yes. But there is a asterisk, a caveat. You have to know how to market yourself on the internet. Now, I've been telling you that for how long? Go back to my oldest video. I've been telling you that shit for the longest. You know what I'm saying? RP Nipsey Hussle. I always say that movie, RP Nipsey Hussle, man. But I've been saying that long. I've been saying, how long I've been telling y'all that, man? You gotta learn how to market. You gotta learn how to market in a systematic way. How many products I done put out? How many times I done told you got to market? And when you find yourself having trouble, you say, I'm not selling beats. I'm not selling beats every day. I already know where to look. I say, well, let's see how are you getting artists? Let me see I told you on the last video. Where are your beat plays? Let me see your beat plays. I'm not getting that many beat plays. Okay, well, that means that you're not getting the word out, the message that you have beats to artists, right? So the artist, like that's the missing link. You got artists over here, you got your beats over here. The marketing is how you get the message to them, right? Just uploading beats on YouTube ain't marketing. Sorry. You get what I'm saying? It's more to it than that. And there's ways of doing it that if you do it the right way, you're going to get a bunch of artists to your beats. right? Facebook ads to me is one of the best ways. You need an email list. If you don't have an email list, I've been telling you about email lists I invented the goddamn email list for producers. Yeah, I've been telling you, you have an email list, and what happens is, even if you don't market no more, you can always just email blast your list and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? I got more beats available. And these are targeted artists that buy beats online anyway, so they're going to check your stuff out and you're going to be able to sell. So you need an email list. Why wouldn't you have that? That makes the life easier. So what you really want to do is have Facebook ads that target artists, and you put them on your email list. You say, hey, here goes a free beat. Check out this free beat. It still works well. We still running those ads, and they work well. They're hella cheap, hella cheap clicks. And you have them sign up, put their name, email in, get a free beat. Now you got this email list, right? And you build an email list, and then you tell them same people come, say, hey, I got some beats for sale. Buy two, get one free. They check out your beats and they buy them. But now you got them on that list forever. So some people ain't going to buy right now, but they may buy in a week. They may buy in 2 weeks. They may buy in 3 weeks, right? That's the best way to sell beats. Then the other way is obviously YouTube. YouTube is not a secret. Everybody knows selling beats on YouTube is high demand. If you can get ranked for the keywords, then you're going to make hella bread. If you can get people suggested, you're going to make hella money. If you can't rank, then organically you're not going to make money. But you can also do YouTube ads, where your ad shows where all those search terms you're going to be at the top. You can also do that. So, it's all kind of ways of making sure that you get your bread. And there's also organic networking online. Like I talked about, there's companies that are looking for beats, not just individual producers, not just labels. I'm talking about TV film is like the biggest. Look at Netflix. Netflix is the biggest thing on the planet in terms of movies and TV and film. And if you look at it, it's a lot of independent movies and stuff and things that they're producing, and every single one of those has music. Literally go to Netflix and close your eyes and click on a movie or TV show, whatever, and just open your ears, and you will see that it's music from the beginning opening theme song to the end of the goddamn last credit, and you don't realize that, well, somebody had to make that music. I don't think the director sat in a music production studio and made that music, okay? I'm pretty sure that they had to hire and pay a producer to make that music, okay? It's just common sense, right? So then if we remember we talked about looking economically sometimes. So let's look at it from an economical, logical perspective, producers. We can do that. If every single goddamn TV film thing on this Netflix platform, now they didn't even count Amazon Prime, etc., if they all got music in them, and you a producer of music, clearly that might be an area you want to explore as well, because they got big money over there. That's big money. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no artist putting together no little album, right? That's big money. Them is $1 million budgets, and sometimes tens of millions of dollar budgets. So the money they allocate towards production, music and composition is way bigger than anything in the music industry you've ever seen. I'm telling you what I know from inside information. So, should you stop selling beats online? No, I think that you should. The way I teach it is, you should have multiple streams of income coming into your music production business. Selling beats online is one revenue stream, and I think that it's a great revenue stream because it's cash flow positive, daily cash flow, right? Because you can make money daily. You know what I'm saying? So you can pay your bills, you can stack up. So that's good, consistent cash flow. You got to spend money every day, so you need to have money coming in every day. That's where the selling on beats online come from. That's where having but you don't have to just stay there with your music production business. You can also go and say, okay, let me find TV deals and stuff. I got TV deals, right? A deal that's been paying me for 8 years. I got a royalty check every quarter. Every quarter I get a royalty check, right? And so it's and that's one revenue stream. Another revenue stream for our music production. So, you don't have to have one stream. So, in my estimation, you should be building your online music production business, because you directly control that. But you also should be trying to get bigger deals so you can get bigger money, get checks for $10, $20, $30, $100,000. And to me, you should be targeting music supervisors, publishing companies, TV film production companies, and introducing yourself and networking with those guys and say, hey, I'm a music producer, and let me let me do some work for you, and they cutting real checks over there. Real check. Even a low budget film is going to cut you 10 grand to just kind of do if it's the lowest of budgets you can cut you 10 grand check. I'm talking about low, I'm talking about less than $1 million budget for their music production to be you know what I'm saying, properly put into the film, that's 20K on the low end. That's just like, hey, we ain't got no money. We on the stream. Hell, the goddamn the actors acting for damn near for free. You still can get 10, 20K out of those films. So imagine a film where they got some real bread behind them. 3, 4 million, 5 million, 10 million. You know what I'm saying? TV shows. I mean, it's so much out there I just don't know about. So, yes, you still can't live off beats. That's a crazy question I asked 2019, but I understand the question because you just weren't taught. There was nowhere for you to learn how to make money as a producer. There was nowhere. When I came up, we created. That's why Live Off Beats was created. I said, okay, look, I'm finding out ways to make money. I'm going to share with other producers because y'all was asking me anyway, blowing me up like, man, how you doing this? I see your name over here. I see your name. So I said, hey, you know what? Let's create a company where we share this because at the end of the day, I can't take advantage of every opportunity out there. Can you imagine? Look, if I said, okay, I'm going to hide this information from everybody, from all the producers. I ain't going to tell nobody. Shh. I'm going to keep it all to myself. That's how most ignorant people think. That's how most poor people think. Man, why was you telling anybody? Because I can't. Am I going to be able to produce every music on every film on goddamn Netflix? Am I going to be able to sell a beat to every goddamn artist out there on the internet, out in the whole world? Like, I just want everybody to buy my beats. I don't want I mean, that ain't even. I don't even have enough reach to sell a beat to every artist, to be the only producer that every artist on the planet go to. I mean, that's the most ignorant shit ever. But that's how we think because we programmed to be impoverished and think everything is about lack and scarcity. Like, I don't want, so that's why a lot of people ask me, why you tell producers, why you should have kept that to yourself and just made all the money. Like, bro, I'm going to make all the money, motherfucker. I'm making all the money that I'm going to make. And why it's abundance. Like, I can't take advantage of every opportunity out there. There's so many other opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what I'm saying. So, I'm going on a rant too. I like ranting and shit. You know what I'm saying? Every time I got to get this stuff out, I get so many questions and emails and stick from producers. I be like, yo, listen, man, like, just, it's out here. Get that abundant mindset, man. You know what I'm saying? Get that ultimate beat selling fucking blueprint. What's wrong with you? You ain't got that yet? I mean, that's bare minimum what you should have. But I mean, I'm literally showing you on my screen how to make money and live off beats. I'm showing you. I mean, goddamn. I mean, because I asked myself, I said, okay, even when we do courses, you know what I'm saying, and we teach, it's still some producers who like, man, I don't get it. Like, well, how should I set this up? And I'm like, all right, how can I do something that you can't, even the most ignorant moron, right, could still be successful as a producer. So that's why we did the blueprint. I said, okay, what if I'm going to just show you on my screen? So you ain't even got to think. You ain't got to guess, okay? You don't even have to guess. All you have to do is copy exactly what you see on my screen. I show you exactly. I said, look, if I show you my screen, show you my settings, show you everything. You know what I'm saying? I show you how to set up your email list. I show you how to build the email list. I show you exactly what to put on your sign-up page. I show you exactly what ads to put. I show you exactly the Facebook settings to use. I show you everything. You can just copy this shit right off my screen. You know what I'm saying? Producers are getting crazy results. I'm talking about insane results. And I'll be doing interviews with producers soon from the blueprint and let you see their results. Because, I mean, the emails we're getting from results is ridiculous. Okay? Producers making hella money the same day. I'll show you on my screen, well, how do I find these music supervisors? How do I find these people who can really pay some real money? I have no clue how to do it. Okay, here, let me show you how to do it. Look at my screen. Boom. Okay? Look at my screen. Boom. Here's how you do it. Here's some people you can hit up right now, and here's how you find the people that you can hit up so you can find people just like them. Here's some ways that nobody really knows about. I'll show you how to hit them up. I'll show you, and then I'll show you exactly what to say. And on my screen, right? No theory. I just show it to you. Then I show you how to do YouTube the correct way, right? I said, okay, I'm going to show you how to get ranked for YouTube. Most of you don't know how to get ranked. So I said, okay, instead of just uploading 100 beats and you got 20, 30, 40, 50 views on them, let me show you how to do it. So I said, okay, let's do that. What are we going to do? Here's exactly what to do to get ranked. Okay, well, what about YouTube ads? I want to run ads so I can make my money back. I got clients that make 10, 20, 30 times their money they spend on YouTube ads that they're making beat sales. I said, okay, here it is. Let me show you how to do it. Look at my screen and set it up just like this. Here's exactly how to set it up. Use these ads, use these words. Here's the settings. Just copy it exactly how it is, but put your beat there instead of my beat. And do that, and you'll sell. Okay? So that's what the ultimate beat sell. It's an actual blueprint. So I said, you can't lose with this shit. If you lose with that, if you still can't sell beat after that, you got to give up. This time, I'm going to just tell you, you just got to give up. Just quit. Because there's no ways for you, if you can follow a goddamn blueprint and you still can't get it right. You understand? That's how impossible it is to get it wrong. I believe that any producer, if you got decent beats, it'll work for you, because it's you can't lose, right? You can't lose. And then I give you all the worksheets and everything along to go with it. So we got different worksheets. We do different tracking sheets and stuff. Excel, my secret sheets. You get all those sheets as well with it. So I think every producer that's serious about living off beats, if you don't have the ultimate beat selling blueprint, I just don't think you're serious. I can't take you serious, because you can't really say you want to live off beats 2019. You got the beat selling blueprint. Anyway, man, I'm Postman. I'm out to get back to what I do. Listen, you can do it. Even if you don't get the beat selling blueprint, or you don't got it yet, you say I ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of your goddamn life, that's fine. Still, I want to let you know, to answer the question that's on the subject, yes, you can live off beats 2019. You can live off beats for the rest of your life. Because as long as people need music, as long as I see music, when the music stop being in demand, then I say you can't live off beats no more. Okay? But as long as the numbers prove it, producers are proving it, then yes, you can. Okay? All right? It's Postman, Liveoffbeats.com. Get the open beat selling blueprint right now. I think we got it on a good deal right now. So get it. If you get it right now on that good deal. If not, then pay the full price. It's worth. Just imagine if you just used it and then you actually made money. You know what I'm saying? Over the next year, just think about how much money. If you made an extra $1,000 a month, even just $1,000. Even the worst producer can make $1,000 a month using the blueprint. If you just imagine over the course of 1 year, that's an extra $12 grand. And if you didn't quit your job, just that's an extra $12,000 sitting in your bank account that you can do anything with. Build your studio, new car, down payment on a house, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We gotta think about income. Even if you don't make $100,000 a year like some producers are doing, and you just did an extra $800 a month or extra $1,200 a month from beats. That's still that's still great money. You know what I'm saying? You still got your job and you just do it on the side. It's no, you can't lose by making money with something that's just gonna sit on your hard drive anyway. Right? It's just what are we doing? Why do I gotta convince you to do this? I don't gotta convince you. Just go get the shit and see how it works. Anyways, I love you anyway. And I'm done talking. I be telling myself I'm gonna do 10-minute video. And y'all got me in here, damn near 30 minutes. I'm out of here. Peace, much love, man. Liveoffbeats.com. Check that out, man. Peace.